have a couple of research projects that we're doing, some that are basic science that involve developing quantitative ways to describe brain function. So we have these multi-electrode arrays that we record in the brain, and we would like to understand how all these different cells communicate and talk to one another. In addition, on a more translational side, we collaborate with material scientists to build a class of flexible electronics that you can mount right onto your skin and embed inside of a temporary tattoo. And along with that, we're collaborating with cognitive neuroscientists as well as clinicians to use these in a variety of clinical applications, from monitoring cognitive impairment to monitoring brain injury in newborn babies. So we collaborate with material scientists, and we were basically able to achieve a class of technologies where you can leverage the benefits of traditional silicon-based electronic circuits that switch very fast, that you can integrate a variety of different capabilities on. You integrate them on a silicon wafer, then you peel off a very thin layer and you mount it onto something that is naturally flexible. And that's important to do because biological systems are soft and bendable and flexible. So it turns out that you can accomplish the best of both worlds and have the high-speed, multifunctional capabilities of traditional silicon, but integrate it onto platforms that can integrate naturally onto the body. And so we're working with material scientists at the University of Illinois and clinicians at UCSD to integrate these towards solving important clinical challenges, from, as I mentioned, monitoring cognitive impairment to brain injury. And we're also tailoring these devices so that they can be implanted inside the body, and in particular inside the brain. There are many challenges. One of which is for the flexible electronic systems that we're trying to build. If you stand back and you take a look at, they talk about Moore's law and how we can get more and more computation on this doubling effect that takes place. Many aspects of electronic circuits indeed are getting smaller. And actually, if you take a look at the individual gates and transistors, they're basically on the same scale as individual biological cells themselves. So that's great. One thing that is not scaled so well, though, is new sources of energy. So if we take a look at batteries and whatnot right now, it's been very difficult to develop ways to extract energy on a scale that's small enough that it could power a lot of these interfaced types of systems. And so we're spending a lot of our time exploring novel ways for which we could extract energy on small compartmentalized systems that can blur the distinction between what is biological and what is not. Another challenge that we're noticing in how we interact with clinicians is it's somewhat surprising what you find to be challenges. That in some situations there are engineering challenges that we as engineers spend a lot of time thinking about. But if we take a look at the bottleneck as to why this doesn't translate well to the clinic, it can be for a variety of different reasons. So one of the things that we're learning by interacting with clinicians is that in many situations we have basically over-engineered a solution for one problem and totally not thought about another problem. And so I would say it's almost a challenge of communication and just really interacting with people on the other side to understand and to carefully identify what the key needs are and working in lockstep to do that. And so that's one of the things that we're learning as well.
For more information about the BRAIN Initiative, visit nsf.gov/brain.